0 to 200K a month. This is what we have done for this supplement brand in just 30 days. You can see we have started working with this particular brand on November 2024, and results over here, numbers over here, it's like almost at zero the whole month. I remember we launched the ads um at the end of November last week. And when we actually launched the ad, the number went from 2K to 200K in just 1 month, from 1 December to 31st December 2024. Not only that, on the same account, their in-house team, they were also working on that. So we even surpassed them, and we even had a better return on ad spend with more purchase conversion. So how we did it, I'm going to explain you everything, like what and how we did it to achieve this fantastic result for this supplement brand in the first batch of ad creatives. And if you are in a similar niche, chances are you can also use the same strategy, apply it in your brand, and you can have better hit rate with your ad creatives. So step 1 is research, and in my opinion it's one of the most important thing when it comes to ad creation or overall creative strategy. So if you're having winning ads back to back, and opposite, you are having hardly any winning ad, or mostly they are just losing ad, so all that reflect backs to your research. So it actually sets the foundation, and for this particular brand success, I think it also lies in the research. Just to give you an idea like how our research looks like, this is what we have done for another supplement brand, particularly in the telehealth. Their AOV is $500. They are selling to high net worth people and athletes, and you can see the amount of research we have done for this particular brand just to get the understanding about their targeted market, their targeted customer, what pains they are having, their objections, how many times they have been burned in the past, their current awareness level, sophistication level, and all that is very important when we move ahead and actually write the script. And out of those script, we make the ad creatives. So you can see over here, not only that, we also collect all the reviews, pull out the emotions out of that, and use those emotions in our ad. Because when you are selling to the sophisticated market, you have to use the emotions, you have to use the storytelling, right? And that's what it works. That's, in my opinion, I've seen it work great with the sophisticated market which is already solution aware, product aware, and it's at stage 3 or stage 4 of sophistication level. So for that, you actually need to convince them emotionally than logically. Emotion comes first, then logic. So yeah, it's like very in depth, but this sets the foundation for our ad creatives. So for this particular brand, after doing the research, we came to know that the market is already solution aware. It's somewhere between the solution and the product aware. The market, they already know about the solution exists in the market. They, some of them have already tried products. They have been burned in the past, so their skepticism is high. They are at stage 3 sophistication level. That means they have seen most of those ads. So if we just go ahead and pull out a basic copy that says, hey, this is the best supplement ever for special need kids, chances are it is going to flop, because they have seen those kind of ad. They need something different, something that sticks with them, that targets their pain, their desires, their objections. So one important thing I think I've missed. So for this particular brand, we were targeting special need kids, and since it it was parents that who gonna watch the ad, so they are like very cautious um, about what's in the product. They read the labels properly. They want to hear about your clinical trials. They want to know about the scientific research behind that particular product. So you can't just write a basic copy and hope that it will perform. When you are selling to kids, when you're targeting parents, it's even harder. And for that, we need to back it up with lot of proof, like insanely a lot of proof, testimonials, scientific research, then the clinical trials. We have to show it all to get their trust, so they buy from us in the first place. Next, after doing the research, once we get the better, like good understanding about our target market, and now we know like what exactly they want, what are their pain points, their desires, where they are at market awareness and sophistication level. We went ahead and made the hypothesis out of that. So we built 8 hypotheses in the first batch of ads, and all the hypotheses were super targeted, matching the customer's exact pains, desires, and objections. And out of those 8 hypotheses, we got 6 winning ad out of that, which is roughly, I think, more than 80% win rate, while most brands struggle to even have 5 to 10% winning rate. And this is what happens when you do your research right, when you know when you know your market better than they know themselves. So just to give you a sneak peek about how our hypothesis process looks like, it's very simple. For example, here's one concept for which we later turned it into ad. So here you can see we are very clear about what is going to be that particular emotion that we are going to target with this particular hypothesis in our ad. In this one, it's empathy, understanding, which gives them hope. Now, what will be the persona? Emotionally exhausted, special needs mom. Desire, awareness level. And finally, what exactly gives us the confidence to go ahead with this particular concept? So you see, we are very intent about our hypothesis and who we are selling to, right? So it's nothing random. It's not like, hey, we feel like this particular thing gonna hit the home run. We rather build our hypothesis based on the research data that we have collected in the step one, rather than just going after our gut feeling. So yeah, nothing is random. That's why we have like better win rate compared to your average agencies. Now, step three is script writing. If you have done your research and the hypothesis building phase right, this becomes the piece of cake, because now you already aware about your targeted market, what they want to hear, and now you just have to collect those pieces and arrange them in order. So one important thing to note here is hook relevancy. So many brands follow cheap tactics and they go after clickbaity hooks. And in my opinion, it's the worst way to ruin your brand image. You definitely will get high hook rate, but at the same time, you are attracting low quality people who doesn't even fall into your targeted ICP. So even though if your hook rate is right, but you are like targeting relevant people by making your hook relevant to that particular ICP, even though your hook rate is low, chances are, if the quality of people you're attracting it's good, your return on ad spend and CPA it's going to be like way better. And I have seen it like multiple times. Even with low hook rate, I've had like insanely good CPA and return on ad spend compared to most of the ad creatives which had over 50% hook rate. So any day hook relevancy comes first compared to clickbaity hooks. Next up, we made sure that our script is properly matched with the current market awareness level and the sophistication level. And it's like very simple thing. If your market is solution aware, or somewhere between solution to product aware, and your script is problem aware, it's based on the problem aware market. So if you take this particular script and run that particular script to solution product aware market, it's not going to work because there's a gap, and you need to fill that gap by matching the right awareness level with the correct script awareness level, sorry, right market awareness level with the correct, or basically you need to make sure that it is synchronized. The awareness level of the market and the awareness level of your script should be same. Only then it works, and it works quite well. Last up, overload with social proof and the scientific studies. As I've said, that the market is already sophisticated and they're very cautious because they are going to feed this particular supplement to their kids, and they are even special need kids who are like hyperactive. So they're very particular about what they are feeding to their kids. So we need to make sure that we have those trust signals ready. So we made sure that we packed our ad with lot of social proof. We put like the testimonials, the clinical trials, the research behind those ingredients, everything. And that's the reason why our average duration of the ad, it's mostly over 1.5 minute, because we actually educate the audience why we are different and why we are the superior choice compared to the other competitor exist. And here's a clinical trial to prove that. Now last and the most important is the ICP. So you already know, I've said that we were targeting parents with special need kids, and here relevancy is the key. So everything is related to each other. Even if one thing goes wrong, chances are everything just gonna fall down. So even though we had the perfect script, the perfect hook, but if we ended up choosing a wrong creator, it is not going to work, right? So it actually took us the most time. We spent around like, I would say, 2 weeks just to hunt down the right creators. So once we had like the right creator, we also had to make sure that their tone delivery is perfect. They know about the high pitch and the low pitch. They know how to take a proper shot. They also make sure that they are using the right gestures in their videos. So to make sure that our creative hit the home run. And yeah, that was the like hardest part, but fortunately we had some good creators and everything synced together, and we ended up getting insane result for this particular brand in just 30 days. You can see some of the creatives we have made. If you are interested further, I'm gonna drop the link of this entire creative, sorry, of this entire case study. I've documented it on Notion, so you can just go through this. It's very in detail. I've covered the psychology we have used in this particular batch of ad creatives, what actually went into the research, how we came up with the hypothesis more in detail, and actual ad. So if you're interested and if you are a brand in the supplement or health niche, I think it's super relevant to you. And maybe if you apply some of those insights in your ad creative strategy, chances are you're going to get high win rate, just like we had with this particular brand. So yeah, I hope you found this video helpful. If you are a science backed brand and looking to scale on Meta, I'm gonna drop my link. Let's have a chat, and if it's a fit, we are going to work together and scale your brand. So see you then.